everyone. Brad Tompkins here, VMUG Executive Director, and we're at the ITQ studios here, live, having a conversation with you. And Johan, thanks so much for having VMUG here today. But we want to talk about you and learn about how VMUG has helped your career. So first off, how did you get started with VMware, and then how did that parlay into the VMUG?
Well, I think, first of all, Brad, two things. I love that we switch roles, and you're the interviewer now, and the host of this video. Second of all, I really like that you mentioned it as the ITQ Studios. It sounds better than the ITQ Studio, to be fairly honest. Yeah, coming back to your question. So I think every single person in IT of a certain age still remembers the first time they saw a vMotion. And I worked with VMware Workstation before that, but that single moment, like that vMotion, and we were looking at it like, okay, but how is this possible? This is like voodoo magic, or this is something that's not correct. But tinkering with it along the way, seeing how it behaves in production at certain customers, like early adopting customers. That was amazing, and I was pretty sure back then, and I'm talking about maybe 2005-6ish time frame. This is gonna define the world. I was working at an organization that had a full-blown data center in their own office, with I strongly believe maybe somewhere around 8 racks full of servers. Windows machines, Linux machines, domain controllers, the whole shebang. And I think in a time frame of 3 years' time, we consolidated everything to a single rack with just 8 different servers, and everything was running in that single rack. That was defining. So I wanted to do more with that, and here we are.
That's awesome. And now you're a VMUG Netherlands leader.
Yeah.
And you just had a fantastic event yesterday. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right. So I would say 12 years ago, I attended my first VMUG. 2 of my current colleagues, Dennis Hoegendijkhoff and Christian Roeleveld. You know Dennis very well. He was
Sure.
He was one of the leaders back then. They presented about a data center in a shoebox using Pernix data technology. So they had 3 NUCs acting as hosts, and a 4th NUC acting as a storage appliance. And they used the Pernix data technology to get, I think, 200,000 IOPS out of such a tiny cluster, which was unknown of. Like the customers I worked for back then, you were lucky if you got maybe 40,000 IOPS out of a cache layer in a really expensive storage appliance. So we always saw performance issues. But them seeing on stage talking about that type of technology, but also in a way that they inspired the audience. They talked about like really nerding out, and wow, that's amazing. I wanna do that as well, and I reached out to ITQ. I got hired, and
Now, what year was this?
2014, early 14.
All right.
And almost 10 years ago. So 1st of May will be 10 years ago. And what's really cool is that Dennis was my colleague, still is my colleague, but he helped me from a VMUG perspective because I wanted to learn how to present. And I'm an introvert. Not many people know that, but I got the opportunity to present at the VMUG, and I didn't sleep for 2 weeks straight, leading up to the event, because of the nerves. People like Dennis and Christian helped me with it, and to build some more confidence. And along the way, we're 10 years later. Along the way, I made my profession out of it, and I really think I have to thank VMUG for the opportunities I got to present, not just at the Dutch VMUG events, but also in Belgium, in UK VMUG, in Germany, in Manchester. I never forget the first time I got to present in Manchester. It was my first overseas kind of VMUG event outside of the Benelux region. where I got to talk about Workspace ONE, which was really awesome. So I got the opportunity of different VMUG chapters to build my profession out of it. And a couple of years ago, I thought, how can I take this to a next level and not being it about me anymore? And that's where, together with Joris Adriaanse, we got the idea to step up. And there was an opening as a new VMUG leader in the Netherlands. Like, why don't we build a platform that we use ourselves as well to work on our careers and give that platform to others to do this, to follow the same career path, to learn how to present, to learn how to share knowledge, but also to bond, to meet other people, to network, to meet with not just VMware folks, but also the people at the partners in the ecosystem. And I think we're doing a really good job at that. And I think I have a lot to owe to VMUG. So this is, as a leader, this is my way or our way to give something back to the community that we owed so much for so far.
Yeah, and I love that story, and that's not an unusual one. People, they realize, look, if I can, give back to the community, whatever you put into it, you're going to receive back. And, obviously you've written books, you're a VCDX, you're highly certified and you're very technical, but it is that soft skill to be able to, present in front of somebody that can really take your career to the next level. And you're a perfect example of that. You speak at Explore, you speak all over the world, and it's just fantastic to know that VMUG played some part in that. And I would just encourage everybody out there, get involved in your local VMUG. Take that first step. Maybe it's just presenting at your local chapter. Maybe it's just having a conversation with somebody that you're eating lunch with and saying, hey, this is what I'm working on. But that's the first step, and then it builds up, and next thing you know, you might be another Johan.
Well, who knows? And we encourage everyone to, this year we had 85 papers being submitted for our event, which is insane. And we had a hard time selecting, creating a great combination of the type of content, where we put, we had people from college who are in an IT-focused college right now. I think the guys were 17, with the two of them on stage to talk of what they're doing in their in one of the assignments they have. I think that's really awesome. But this is also the platform that we want to offer. So yeah, to anyone who wants to step up and want to get involved in VMUG, want to bring their careers to a next level, we offer a platform together with the international VMUG organization to do so. So it brought me so much together with all of my colleagues here at ITQ, and I think we offer the platform to other people as well.
That's awesome. Well, Johan, thanks so much for everything you do for the community, not just here in the Netherlands, but globally, and thanks for allowing me to come and take over the ITQ studio and interview you. So thanks everybody for watching this episode, and we hope to see you at a VMUG soon.